Hello, my name is Wes Dawson, and I would like to welcome you back to another rousing episode of Gabagool and 8. Now, I like to compare it to my 4 foster children. Don't particularly care for them, don't know what to do with them, but I do like those 4 checks I get every month. So Gabagool and 8, you may not be sure what it is or what to do with it. You're sure to have 8 minutes maximum of some quality audio dribble every month. So this episode is aptly titled, I Done Gone and Done It. Why? Because I may have solved 2020. Simple as that. Gabagool and 8 often is forced to take the more serious tone on things and have to analyze things on a more politically correct level. But for this week's episode, originally my idea was to have the 6-step holistic home cure to the coronavirus. And at the end, step 6 was basically $285 million invested into Big Pharma. But I realized I don't want to make light of the ongoing pandemic. This is a situation that has gripped the world and has changed the world in many ways. And I didn't feel it was something that I should be poking fun at. So instead, I tried to find some concrete solutions, or at least some concrete ideas on how to better our lives, how to better our communities, and try and better the world as a whole. Now, Gabagool and 8 may be about many things, but one thing it is not about is pussyfooting around the topics that matter. And the fact that we are the only podcast to use Tibetan goji berries and Asian cordyceps, we hit the spot every time. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I do have an abnormally large head, so that translates, in my mind, that I'm really frickin' smart. Basically, my solution is more of a logistical and statistical analysis of the events from the past 9 months. And I think I found a way how to mitigate the spread of the disease as well as reduce the current numbers. Now, something this heavy and something this groundbreaking, I don't want to just jump into all willy-nilly. We're going to pass through some of the other topics on the show. We will conclude the episode really getting into the nitty-gritty of what we can do as individuals, what we can do as a people to try and pull ourselves out of this sticky, wet hole that we're stuck in. I think it should be important to mention that this week there will be no expert panel member because basically I'm the expert this week. And there's a new segment that I am very excited to share with you guys. So let's get a couple items out of the way. We're going to touch on good bad at the start of the show. Let's change things up before the end of the year. So a good, all veggie meats. We finally have that tasty, delicious, non-gristly alternative for our vegetarian and vegan friends. The bad is that somebody came up with all meat veggies. I don't know what to think of that. It sounds disgusting, and the photos I've seen look disgusting. I can't wait to shove some down my gullet and see how they taste. A good is having a nice, healthy tan. Looks good, helps protect us from the sun. But the bad side to that is when you start looking like a Hulk Hogan circa 1996, where you're kind of like a glowing, overcooked hot dog. A good, kissing your dog. Sharing your love. Having a way to physically demonstrate how much these animals mean to you in your life. The bad is letting your dog lick your mouth. Contrary to what my family had told me my whole life, dogs' mouths are not antiseptic. Go figure. A good. I have written nearly 50 pages of comedy sketches. The bad. I have written nearly 50 pages of comedy sketches. Now, good or bad is one of my favorite segments, but this new one coming up, there's 2 reasons I love it. One is I get to invite one of my favorite amigos, Mac the Wolfhound, back onto the program now on a regular basis, as well as objectify celebrities based on their physical appearance. Who doesn't love that? I want to welcome you to Wow or Woof. Now, please let me just get a hold of Mac. Every time I start to dial his phone number, I remember he's a dog. Get over here, hey! Get over, bad dog. Hey, bad dog, come here. All right, Mac, welcome to Gabagool and 8. We're going to try and bang out a few celebrities as quick as we can. Male, female, we don't discriminate. So the first on the chopping block, wow or woof? Mac, please don't disappoint me. Scarlett Johansson. Oh, I agree 100%. By all accounts, she seems as intelligent as she is beautiful and charming. Bradley Cooper. Ooh, I I'd say give me a howl. My God, I would bark, hoo, 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 all night for that man. Ed Leslie. Ooh, you got that right. The big bad booty daddy himself. And we're going to close out the segment this week with a celebrity who's been in the public eye for quite some time recently, Amber Heard. Ooh, saucy, Mac, saucy. Now, I think I would have to agree with you that she is drop dead gorgeous, but also by all accounts, she's a terrible human being, so good call on that one, Mac. All right, go lie down. Now, before I break open the Pandora's box that is my foolproof solution to fixing 2020 and having the most raucous 2021s you could ever have imagined, we're going to touch on some upcoming topics for next week. Something I'm personally very excited for is we're going to break down my top 5 most influential artists. We're going to start it off with Kevin and the Zits, the Wild Stallions, Little Mayo, Zack Attack. I'm going to close it off with Finger Bang. And also next week, we're going to dive into some music history. I'll give you a little taste, a little pop quiz, if you will. Now, did you know that it was the same group, 2 Unlimited, that performed the song Get Ready, you know, of course, and basically the theme for Mortal Kombat. Mind blown. And we're also going to touch on a disturbing new trend among youth. Back in my day, if you pounded back a little too much hooch, a little too much of that go-go juice, your jerk friends and a Sharpie would spell disaster, with all kinds of obscenities and anti-Semitic drawings now put on your face for the world to see. And now as we close out 2020, the growing trend of blackfacing your passed-out friends has become a near epidemic issue, with little to no reporting in the mainstream media. Now, I am personally appalled by this, which is why I think we need to attack this issue head on. I knew this was a heavy episode. I knew this was going to be a good episode. I did not think we'd run out of time as quickly as we had. So unfortunately, my solution to fix 2020 and set us on the right foot in 2021 will have to wait either till next week, or better yet, I will do a Facebook Live today at roughly 3 in the morning. So be there, be ready, and let's get to it. I'm Wes Dawson. This has been Gabagool and 8. Thank you so much. Listen, like, subscribe,